Dan Wilkinson.
Yep. So he's number 4. Tace is number 5. Tace number 5.
Tace goes.
Summer's got number 7.
Sorry, who's 7?
Summer. Yep. Siliba. Yep.
Go number 17.
Number 21.
Go Kakavalu.
He's out onto the field. Oh, yeah.
Go!
He's number 21 now. Yeah, he's starting. What position? I think he's playing the flanks. Playing 6. Okay.
Do you want to grab me that and I'll just start?
Testing.
He's got the right number. Jordan.
He's got what number, sorry?
Jordan.
Yep.
He's starting. Number 22.
Perfect. Test. Perfect. Is that working?
Yeah, that will work.
ABC 1, 2, 3. Hello and welcome to the Dewar Shield match of the round. The students, Melbourne Uni, hosting Endeavour Hills at a very, very windy Parkfield this afternoon. I'm joined by Stan Giles, who's trying to get his microphone fixed at the moment. Beefy, our good friend, is away on holidays this week, so I'll be filling in for him. And there are a few changes to the team sheet that was uploaded to Rugby Victoria website yesterday. Endeavour Hills only had 12 players in the warm-up, so they've been forced to call up a few second graders who will be feeling the pinch late in this match, no doubt. As McRae feeds Sean Ingle in the midfield, crashing it up. Stowers finds Keel, working it inside the 30-metre line. McRae goes short, finds Will Clift. Back to the open, Sean Ingles, beautiful short ball for Tuivai. Options left and right for McRae, goes left. Mitchener distributing it out to the left. 15 metres in from touch, they've hit the 22, McRae. Mitchener again at first receiver, finds Leota. McRae goes back down the short side through Freddie Keel. Big Tuivai feeds it out the back to Dewar in the midfield, crashing it up. McRae looking for the quick recycle, can't get it, but does get the penalty. 0-0. Very strong breeze. It's swirling to the left-hand side of the ground, so it's not going to favour one team in particular in this half at the moment. The breeze going away from the camera. In the lower grades today, Endeavour Hills won on the bell to beat Melbourne Uni in third grade. In second grade, form was reversed, with Melbourne coming away with a very big victory over an undermanned Endeavour Hills side. And of course, Endeavour Hills first grade now looking to break their duck this season with the first win of the year. It'll be tough to do. Melbourne Uni at home on Ladies' Day here, so a bit of a crowd on this side of the field. You probably won't be able to see it from the camera angle you've got if you're tuning in from home. But a set piece inside the 22 here for Melbourne. Straight to Toy, looking for the maul, but it's brought down successfully. 10 metres out. McRae, Stowers, short ball to the captain, Samisi. McRae again goes open. Stowers finds Toy, cut out to the quick man. Sean Morris, keep an eye out for him today. Stowers feeds Sean Ingle in the middle of the field. Looking to go left here, McRae, if he can get quick pill. Mitchener goes the first receiver. Frederick Keel crashing it up to within 5. McRae. 2 passes into the middle, finds Leota. McRae has a little bit of a sneaky look before feeding it out the back. Samisi wrapped up well. And the Endeavour Hills defence doing particularly well. Driven them back a couple of metres. Summer Malolo with a big hit there on Leota. McRae feeding Sean Ingle. And the South African trucks it up in the middle of the field. They come up the short side. McRae with a cheeky little run finds Leota the prop. And here's Dewar getting involved in the action. McRae goes left. Tuavai. Keel with the fancy feet. Places and goes again himself. McRae goes down the short side, looks left. Mitchener crashing it up. And there goes Big Toy down the short side, trying to catch them napping. Results in a turnover there, so finally Endeavour Hills get their hands on the ball for the first time today. And Pai-Ila goes into half with a beautiful box kick. Doesn't find touch though, and a chance to counter-attack through Keel in the backfield.
Have a go! Have a go!
Links up with Shawnee Morris, the speedster. Shawnee Morris cuts through. Ooh, there's a slight knock on there from Endeavour Hills, so Melbourne Uni will get another opportunity to attack from set piece. Starting lineups, I'll read through quickly for you now. Melbourne Uni, Leota, Josevic and Dewar make out the front row. Clifton Toy in the second row. Alex Odell, Sean Ingle and Tuavai the back row. McRae and Stowers in the halves. Greg Samisi rather, is the captain and playing 12 today. His centre partner is Frederick Keel. The 2 wings are Luke Nonna and Sean Morris, and Mitchener at the back. Now, Endeavour Hills 1 to 15. Taivai, Malolo and Saliva form out the front row. Tarsi is captain and second row, and his locking buddy is Avali today. Saliva, Mwanga and Austin Farmasili in the back row. Paila and Hasila are the 2 halves. Ulelata is on one wing. Tangilanu on the other. Tave and Kokavalu are the centres. And Farmanu Vomanau is the fullback. Now, there have been some late changes as well, I've just been told, so we'll try to get them to you as they come across. A couple of late withdrawals from the side, which has made things a little bit difficult for Endeavour Hills. I think a couple of injuries as well sustained in second grade, so it hasn't been a great day for the medics here out at for Endeavour Hills, that's for sure. A few busted bodies walking around on the sidelines, despite a couple of crutches as well. So, as is expected this late in the season, quite a lot of injuries being picked up. And let's just hope they can keep 15 able bodies on the field today. And And we are still trying to sort out those technical difficulties with Stan Giles' microphone, so hopefully he'll be joining the broadcast very shortly. Ladies' Day here at Melbourne Uni, and we're very lucky to have a Lindroth Cup game played beforehand as well on the main oval. Certainly very windy conditions hasn't kept the crowd away, most of them hiding up in the clubhouse it looks, so clubhouse is quite packed as they all try to keep themselves dry. McRae feeds the scrum, great shove here from Endeavour Hills. Shawnee Morris looks down the short side, McRae goes open, Stowers, cut out to Keel. Looping past to Mitchener, and he is picked up and hit hard and forces the turnover. Referee calling a knock on here though to Endeavour Hills, possibly in that tackle on Mitchener. So I've just been informed that Alvali, the second row for Endeavour Hills, hasn't taken the field, and he's been replaced by Wilkinson in a late change. Summer Malolo, the Melbourne Rebels contracted player, who was down to start at hooker, has been shifted to number 7. And Saliva, the former Rebel, has moved from 6 to hooker. So 3 changes to the pack, which have all occurred in the last 10 minutes. McRae feeds. Stowers takes it to the line. Turnover by Samisi. Playing advantage here to Endeavour Hills. And they'll look to clear from their 22 through Famanu Volmau. And he finds touch very well, using the wind, and takes play up to halfway. So winless this year, Endeavour Hills. Despite starting the season quite well, Melbourne Uni, they 5 winless games in a row, but they broke that duck last week with a win over Footscray, so they're looking to back it up with another win here today on Ladies' Day. You can just see from that line out how much that wind is playing a factor in the game here today. Freddie Keel in the midfield, crashes it up, gets it over the halfway line. McRae goes open again. Mitchener, big shot there. Wow, Summer Malolo might be in trouble here. The ref has stopped play. Mitchener is still down as physios attend to him. And he's called time off here as he goes and consults his assistant referee. And this could be a yellow card. Well, it's good to see Mitchener seems to be all right. Up on his haunches. Captain's been called out with Summer Malolo. And he's going to the pocket. Is it going to be yellow or red? Just the yellow. So, Endeavour Hills down to 14 men as the Aussie under-20 rep takes a seat on the sideline in the sin bin. Tarsi just having a word to the referee there, being sent back to have a bit of a chat with his team, just to remind them of their obligations around the tackle contest area. And they go for the quick tap, shifting it to the open. Here comes Big Leota crashing it up. He gets the offload away, finds Freddie Keel. Shawnee Morris with the dancing feet. Shawnee Morris, the Englishman. There we go, 5-0, ladies and gents, as the Englishman, Sean Morris, opens the scoring for the students. And what quick thinking from fullback Mitchener, who took the quick tap. Of course, he was the one who was uplifted in the tackle. We're glad to see that he recovered well, showed some initiative with a quick tap, shifted it to the open side. Leota with the quick offload in contact, and that found Keel, who managed to get another offload away to Sean Morris, and he only needs the smallest of holes to exploit there, Shawnee Morris. And we find ourselves 5-0 up inside of the first 10 minutes. Now, of course, Shawnee Morris, ladies and gentlemen, played rugby league for Wakefield Trinity and London Broncos in the Super League. And the kick is unsuccessful from almost in front, holding up in the wind there. So scores remain 5-0. As Feamanu Voamu takes the kickoff. And he goes long to the right, finds McRae. McRae says, we're not going to play in our half of the field, and belts it long to the left. And Endeavour Hills will have the line out about 38 metres out from the uni try line. So 15 on 14 here. Endeavour Hills open side flanker Summer Malolo shown a yellow card after just 6 minutes for a lifting tackle. Saliva with the throw. Paella takes it into contact. Saliva goes to acting half. Finds Austin Farmasili, the big man. Trucks it up, gets the offload away. 30 metres out, strong over the ball is Melbourne Uni there. Lucky not to get a penalty. Saliva, half back, finds Taibai. Taibai crashing it up. Paella. Faamanu. Cuts through himself, Faamanu. Finds Saliva. Saliva gets the offload away. We're within 7 metres. And there's a turnover with Shawnee Morris. And Melbourne Uni there. Get out of jail. Passes it back into the pocket, and that wind is going to make sure that ball doesn't go out. The bounce is important here. Gets it into touch. And you can really see the strength of that breeze from that Mitchiner kick. But beautiful line break there from the fullback, Feamanu Valmu, which almost opened up the scoring for Endeavour Hills. Slight knock on there from Uni, and an opportunity for a scrum here. 25 metres out, 15 metres in from touch for Hills. And the scrums looked quite decent already in this opening quarter from Hills. It is one of the strengths of their team, of course. A couple of professional and former professional players in that team. Saliva has moved to the front row and he'll be hooking now. Big Taivai will be licking his lips. Opposite Dewar. Ball at the back. Paella. Feamu. Knock on there in the midfield. Sorry, we've got a jersey out there which we don't have on the team sheet, so apologies there. We're missing one of the Hills players' names. We'll try to find that out for you if we can. But Melbourne Uni will now have the scrum midfield, 30 metres out from their own try line. And by the looks of it, they're setting up with the 4-2 split. So 4 backs on the left. Stowers takes the fullback. Samisi and the left wing on that left side. And on the right here, we've got Freddie Keel and Sean Morris, the 2 speedsters. So you'd be licking your lips if you're Freddie Keel and Sean Morris. You'd be wanting the ball to come to this near side here with the speed that those 2 players have got. But they go left instead through Stowers. Stowers takes it to the line. Beautiful feet there from Greg Samisi, the captain, and he takes it up. Bumps off 1, bumps off 2, gets the offload away. Nonna takes it into contact and is brushed away into touch. So it'll be a line out, 22 metres out. Endeavour Hills throw here. And very easy metres made on the left-hand side of the scrum there from Melbourne Uni already. Very blustery conditions, as you can tell, which makes line-outs pretty difficult here today. So we've already seen a few line-outs which haven't gone straight. Saliva here. Experienced hooker. Will he call to the front? That's where they go. I fancy Alex Odell from Melbourne might have stolen that. And he has. McRae goes open side. Josovic finds Tuavai. McRae out the back to Stowers. To Samisi. Gets the offload away. McRae dives on it. Pick and go here from Dewar. And all the forwards pile in for Uni as they try to slow down play a little bit till McRae gets back on his feet, which he has done. Shot put on Shawnee Morris, but he bounces off easily enough.
Have a look up, Kirky.
McRae opts to play left down the short side through Keel. Some dirty ball at the base of the ruck there, and I fancy it might have been stolen by Hills, but the penalty's been awarded for slapping it down. So Uni will have an opportunity here to kick to touch and have a maul perhaps. And that's what Mitchener opts to do, the fullback dabbing it into touch with his left boot, and the forwards will walk to the 5 metre line with an opportunity here to maul it over if they so fancy. 5-0 the score to the Students. Sean Morris, the right wing, with the first try of the game in the 7th minute. The kick from almost in front, unsuccessful. Such is the nature of the wind here today. And Will Cliff takes that line out well. They try to get the maul going. It's been passed to the back. The train's on its way to the station. And I fancy that is Dewar, the prop, who has crashed over. Try time, Melbourne.
80 minutes.
Will Clift with the line-out take. Very well constructed maul. And it looks like the big prop Dewar has crashed over. And how do you like that? Prop scoring on Ladies' Day. Won't he be happy? $10-0 to the Students. And Summer Malolo, the open side flanker for Hills, warming up on the sideline. Any moment now before he's allowed to return from the sin bin. Of course, it's always going to be hard to stop a maul when you're down one forward. And I fancy he'll be back on in time for the restart. The kick unsuccessful from Samisi. Scores remain at 10-0. Of course, your host G filling in today for Beefy. Big shout out to Beefy, who's in Brisbane on a well-deserved holiday this weekend. I believe he was up there watching the Rebels play the Reds last night as well. So cheerio to Beefy if you're out there watching. Stan Giles, my co-commentator, hopefully he'll be joining us shortly. We've just got some issues with the second microphone as Feimanu Veamu shapes to kick. And even though he's got the 15 on the back, I think he's been moved to fly half. And that kick's not going to find the distance. So Uni with an opportunity now to either have the line out or the scrum. Looks like Samisi's consulting his forward pack here. And has decided on the scrum. They've moved it slightly off centre just so they can avoid that cricket pitch there, which means there's a little bit less room on the left-hand side. So as it stands, they have got fullbacks on the right, one on the left, and Mitchener, the fullback, is floating behind the scrum, hedging his bets whether he plays on the right or the left here. Scrum goes down. Referee will call a reset. 10-0, the score remains here out at Uni on Ladies' Day. Tries to the prop Dewar and winger Morris. Great scrum there from Endeavour Hills, and I fancy they've won the penalty, as they have. And they finally get 8 men on the pitch. Lolo back from the sin bin, and the 8-man shove gets its reward. Feimanu Valmu kicks the touch. Hopefully he's found touch this time. Beautiful kick. Oh, in 16. I'll worry about them when they come on.
Just tell the viewers, due to technical reasons,
line out, 20 metres out for Hills. Great opportunity to attack. It looks like Summers taken the line out opportunity, and Wilkinson taps down. Scrappy ball for them, but they come away with it nevertheless. Good fend off there by Valmu right. They go back down the right side through Big Taibai. There's an injured man in back play for Hills. Paella, open side. Looks for Saliva. Saliva on the short ball. Saliva cuts into the backfield. And he's found Tarsi. Tarsi is captain, but I fancy... Yep, they've got the penalty here, advantage. So they'll look to truck it up. Use those big forwards of theirs. There's Austin Farmasili, one of them. And a slight knock on there, but the referee will come back for the penalty advantage. And when they get a roll on this big forward pack from Endeavour Hills, they are very difficult to stop. Austin Farmasili, the captain, consults... Sorry, not the captain, vice-captain, consults the rest of the forward pack as they consider what option they're going to take. You'd fancy they'll go to the scrum. It's been very successful for them so far today. And they turn down the opportunity for 3. Why not? Club rugby, let's see some tries, hey? So perhaps a little far out for the pushover. What are we at? 10 metres here? Paella with the feed. Straight to the back. Farmasili holds it in. Draws another penalty. And you fancy if they get 1 or 2 more here, they might be asking the referee for a yellow card. That's the 3rd scrum penalty given away today by Melbourne Uni. But they're opting to kick this into touch. Possibly to back their maul here, you fancy. And Summer Malolo will be taking this throw from about 6 metres out. As Hills look to get on the board. It goes to Wilkinson. They set up the maul. They've kept it tight. Alex Odell from Uni trying to sack it. He's done so, maybe illegally perhaps, but the referee seems happy with it. And they've retained possession. Wilkinson, inside ball. Austin Farmasili. The George Gregan flick from Paella. What a thing of beauty that was. And Austin Farmasili gets the first score for Hills. 10-5. What's that? Want to have a chat? Well, we've got a few rebels on the bench here who are very keen to come and have a chat with us in just a moment. Rob Leota, who's that? Jordan Ulesi. Freddie Sunger. We'll see if we can grab him for a chat in a little bit. Just a reminder, Beefy's away this week, having a very well-deserved holiday up in Queensland, so I'll be your host for today. And we've had a few issues with the microphone, so co-commentator Stan Giles won't be joining us on the mic today, unfortunately, but hopefully that'll all be sorted for next week. As Feimanu Valmu misses, so scores will remain at 10-5. What a lovely pass there from Paella to put Farmasili in. And it all came off the back of a very dominant scrum from Endeavour Hills. 10-5 the score remains in favour of Melbourne Uni. Melbourne Uni have got Ladies' Day, of course, today, so quite a good crowd who have braved the windy conditions to come out here and watch. As Captain Greg Samisi takes the restart. Awkward looking kick that was. Endeavour Hills with the ball, 40 metres out from their own try line. Saliva goes to first receiver, gets the offload away to Farmasili. Paella. Feimanu gets the long kick away into the backfields, and the referee will blow it up for offside. So an opportunity here again for Hills to work the ball deep into Melbourne territory. And an opportunity to test out that maul again, you'd fancy. sets up his third attempt at goal today. He's going to go the Reece Hodge drop kick option. Unsuccessful. Scores remain at 15-10 in favour of Melbourne University. Well, both benches are rugged up. They've all got their blankets out, jackets, dressing gowns, it looks like, from the Melbourne Uni side of things. 11 degrees here, but with the wind chill, much, much colder. And this restart being taken by number 15, Feomanu Vaumau, who's actually playing at 10 today. And Leota gets Uni on the front foot. Ingles now. Taken high in a tackle and driven back. McRae goes down the short side. Finds big Leota. He gets it to Josevic. Josevic breaks into the backfield. He looks for his wing, Nona, but the pass leaves a lot to be desired for. And Fibasili takes it quickly. Suddenly Endeavour Hills look to counter-attack. And there he is, Hasila, making a little bit of a line break. Smart kick taken there by Paella. There's no one home for Uni, and the ball dribbles into touch. And he's shown a very smart right foot there a few times today, Paella. So Nona, the left wing for Uni, will have to be awake to that, because if he's not back, Paella has shown a little bit of awareness there to turn Melbourne Uni around quite effectively with that little box kick he has got. On the shadows of half-time now, Melbourne Uni with another line out inside their 22. Last time they were here, they went straight to Will Clift and didn't muck around. Stowers kicked it out straight away. This time it goes to big Alex Odell. Stowers finds his captain in the midfield. Stowers looking to run it through Will Clift. Gives Keel a hospital pass, and it's been intercepted. 2 metres out is Jordan Farmasili. Oh, and a slight knock on there. And there was their opportunity. Jordan Farmasili with the intercept after a wild pass thrown by Freddie Keel. And the scores could have been locked up at 15 apiece if he had managed to make that extra 5 metres to the try line. And as I say that, Jordan Farmasili's gone down. He's being attended to by the physios. I fancy he might have done an ankle here, but the referee has blown up time. As all the water boys come running out. So we'll have a slight break in play here. 15-10 the score is to the students here on Ladies' Day. And the Hills coach is looking to the bench, and they've only got 5 reserves here today, Hills, so let's hope they've got enough to keep contested scrums happening. The try scorers for Uni: Dewar, the prop, Morris, the right wing, and Mitchener. And for Hills, 2 to their big man and number 8, Austin Farmasili. To the Melbourne Uni quarter. And Farmasili stands up. Jordan Farmasili looks like he's good to go on. So the scrum will be packed down 10 metres out from the students' own try line here.
It's like a reincarnation.
It's an interesting shape, suggesting that they might even run it here. Stowers flat, Shawnee Morris the right wing, instead of being on the right touchline, is tucked in behind Stowers. Mitchener out the back, and McRae passes it. And yep, they do in fact run. Shawnee Morris out the back, throws the cut out to Keel. Keel breaks into the backfield, finds Nonna his wing, and Nonna's just got the fullback to beat. Puts on the fancy feeds, gets the offload away. Keel can't collect it on the full and has knocked on. But that was very enterprising play there, and Melbourne Uni will go to the break 15-10 up at... Welcome back to the second half of our Dewar Shield match of the round live feed between Melbourne University and Endeavour Hills as Captain Greg Samisi gets us underway. Kicks long to the right and scores a 15-10 here at halftime as Austin Farmasili gets tackled, and turnover already. No, knock on there by Shawnee Ingle, so Endeavour Hills we've got a slight advantage here.
Got ice, yeah.
It's doing a lot over there, isn't it?
Didn't put it up.
Ladies' Day out here at Uni's home ground. And very, very blustery conditions here indeed. The winds played havoc with all the kickers on the field today. None from 5, all kicks at goal. I'm your host, Jared McClanahan, filling in for Beefy this week. Beefy is away on holiday, enjoying the sun up in Queensland. And I'm sure a few players out here on the sideline wish they were there at the moment. Looking over at both benches, and they've got jumpers, jackets, blankets, dressing gowns on. I see a halfback with a pair of gloves, a few beanies. Very cold conditions indeed. Midfield scrum. Paila will have the feed. 4-2 split. He finds Austin Farmasili off the back. Paila with the cutout to Kokavalu. Fayamanu. Big Taivai charging up, and he's fumbled it on halfway, so a turnover opportunity here for the students to counter-attack. Josevic goes out the back, Tuavai, Freddie Keel. He gets tackled 5 metres in from touch. McRae, loose pass there, finds Sean Ingle, and Sean Ingle goes charging up. McRae, Stowers. Liotta with a beautiful offload there, finding Toy in midfield. They go to the right through Stowers. Out the back to Greg Zamisi, who fumbles it. And it's probably not the best day to be throwing the wide balls in this wind, but there'll be some respite here for Endeavour Hills, who have shown a lot of resolve here. We spoke before the game about how they had 3 players drop out of their starting 15 just this morning. So coach was losing his hair trying to find reserves, and then second grade had a few injuries as well from Hills, so it's a bit of a patchwork team they've got out there at the moment. So apologies if we get any of the names wrong, because the 15 out there are not the 15 which were originally handed to us on the team sheet. But that's the beauty of club rugby, I suppose. Anything could happen. Endeavour Hills, Paila feeds the scrum. Good shove here from Uni. Austin Farmasili is forced to go out the back. Fayamu goes the switch line, and a beautiful running line there from Pua. And he crashes it up to within 40 of the students' line. Playing advantage. And the referee will blow it up for a slight knock on there by Uni. So another scrum opportunity in a very good attacking position for the Hills. 15-10, the score remains in favour of the students. And the Hills looking for their first win of the season. And I dare say they haven't been in a better position than the one they find themselves in now. And as I say that, a little bit of rain starts to come trickling down as the umbrellas go up on the near side of the field here. The Endeavour Hills scrum has done a very good job here today, as you would expect with Saliva anchoring them there, the former Melbourne Rebel. And Paella will feed it 40 metres out. All of the backs on the right hand side of the scrum. Farmasili dishes it up to Fayamanu and crashing it up in midfield. Austin Farmasili with the quick pick and go. Fighting feet gets it inside the 22. Brutal clean out there by Saliva. And Samisi comes straight back at him, and I fancy he's left his feet there, so there'll be a penalty. Little choice there for the referee, but to penalise Captain Samisi for leaving his feet. And suddenly, Hills find themselves with a penalty 20 metres out, down by 5. And a tough question, do they take the 3? Do they go to touch? Or do they play the scrum? And normally you'd say it's a certain 3 points, but in these windy conditions, they might be tempted to go to the set piece. And that's exactly what it looks like they're doing. Captain Tarsi opting for the scrum in great field position here. They've shifted all of their backs to the left-hand side of the scrum as well. So Feimanu, the fly half in the red headgear, who's actually wearing jersey 15 today. Now we've got Tarvai down at inside centre, but I'm not 100% certain that's him. He's wearing jersey 17. Feimanu finds Tarvai. The short ball to his centre partner. There's a knock on there and a chance to counter-attack through McRae, but the referee's whistle will put an end to that. And a promising field position is wasted by the backs of Endeavour Hills, and the forward pack won't be too happy with that. 15-10 the score remains. Now last time they were in their 22 coming out, Melbourne Uni, they opted to run it instead of kick it, and we all know how that ended with a 70-metre line break right on the full-time bell. Just a last pass to Nonna came unstuck. And as I say that, they're shaping as though they might run it here as well. Shawnee Morris, arguably the quickest man in Dewar Shield rugby, the right wing with the ponytail, is lurking on the right-hand side of the scrum. You just fancy he might be licking his lips at an opportunity to dart down the short side, possibly off the back of this scrum here. McRae tries to get the ball. They go open to Stowers. Stowers takes it to the line, switches with Keel. Keel is wrapped up in the tackle, and over the top come Hills. Malolo looking for the steal. Shawnee Morris, inside ball, gets hit hard and gets hit high. McRae looks for reinforcements, fine. Sean Ingle, short ball to Liotta. He gets hit, and they're not making much metres here as they try to escape their own 22. Alex Odell running down the left flank. McRae looks for the short side, and great hit there from Wilkinson, or Tarsi rather, and the skipper shows his men how it's done. A lot of head taps, bum taps going on there. That's the type of inspiration you're looking for your skipper, or from your skipper. And another opportunity for Endeavour Hills to make the most of this scrum that they've got, which has been the real weapon for them today. Paella glances at his fly half, Feimanu Valmu, perhaps threatening him with a cold shower if he tries to go wide again and turns over the ball like last scrum. They've looked very dangerous when they've kept it in tight here today. Paella Feimanu passes, they go on a loop, throws a long, beautiful cutout. And beautiful fancy footwork here shown by Hasila, who takes it up to the 22-metre line. Quick pick and go there by Saba Malolo. And the Melbourne Rebel has done the old sneaky pick and go to cross the line and draw level with Uni. 15 all. Very smart work there by Summer Malolo, the man who spent 10 minutes in the bin earlier in this match for an overzealous tackle, and I think his teammates might have forgiven him now after that effort. Base of the ruck, the pillar and post defender from Melbourne Uni weren't switched on, and he's done the old sneak and go. Picked up the ball when everyone thought he was just locking off the breakdown, and quite quick indeed he is. Over 20 metres, none of the Melbourne backfield could catch him, so that brings the scores to 15 all, and fullback or fly half, he is wearing 15, but playing at 10. Feimanu Valmu kicks the conversion, first conversion of the game in fact, and Endeavour Hills lead 17-15. Could this be the game where they break the drought and get their first win of the season? Now it looks like Samisi might have given up the restart duties as Michener heads to the middle of the field, having a bit of trouble finding a football here. The usual ball boys are hiding in the clubhouse because of the cold.
Hey, get off the field.
Michener holds it up in the wind beautifully. Try scorer, Summer Malolo, takes the kick, brushes off Alex Odell. Oh dear me. Beautiful kick there from Paila. That box kick of his has worked a treat. Michener attempts to counter-attack. Advances it up to halfway. McRae, Ingle, shows and goes. Takes it up over the halfway line. McRae's got options left and right. Slow ball though. Opts to go back down the right. Back to the left this time through Leota. And Leota's tackled about 40 metres out. Offload there, which looks suspiciously forward, finds Dewar, but it's stolen off him in the tackle contest by Summer Malolo. And he's been called for a knock-on. Sean Ingle with his 10th carry of the game, trucks it up. McRae, Stour. Stowers looks inside to Will Clift, opts to go himself. McRae finds Shawnee Morris, the right wing, coming off his side of the field to go in at first receiver. McRae looks right. Stowers. Offload out the back, finds Greg Samisi as they work their way into the 22. Here's Freddie Keel. Gets the offload away. Beautiful Mikey Tomahawk Tavita on the field, ladies and gentlemen. He gets within 2 metres. They go right. They've got the numbers here. Stowers looks in, out. Samisi gets it away. And Melbourne have struck right back. Who's that?
Who was that, Mikey or Cal?
Callum Toy is getting the pats on the back from his teammates. And that is a swift hit back from the students after Endeavour Hills took the lead 2 minutes ago. So, swift retaliation there. But it was the incisive run from the replacement Mickey Tavita which created the momentum there, and Callum Toy was the beneficiary 1 phase later, crashing over. So scores at 20-17 in favour of the students. kick unsuccessful. So a very slender lead to the students here at Parkville on Ladies' Day. The 4 try scorers for Uni today: Dewar and Toy in the forward pack, Morris and Mitchener in the back line. For Endeavour Hills, all 3 try scorers from the forwards, or Austin Farmasili, number 8, has bagged a double, and Summer Malolo with that 3rd try, which allowed them to briefly hold the lead. Kickoff long to Mickey Tavita, the new man, charging onto it. McRae has it darted out the short side and throws a loose pass, but there's a penalty for not rolling away at the breakdown. And I fancy it might have been Taivai who's been penalised there. Mitchener with the left boot. Beautiful kick, making the most of that breeze, which is pushing the ball away from the camera as you're watching it at home. And Melbourne Uni will have a line out about 25 metres out. Now it'll be a short line out. They've got a couple of their big forwards standing in the midfield here. They go long. McRae, Sean Ingle. Ooh. Looked to pass to Davida, but wisely decided to hold it. Stowers, Keel, beats a man racing out of the line. Steal at the breakdown, I fancy, from Summer Malolo, but he's been penalised for leaving his feet. My apologies, it was actually Afe Pua who was penalised, not Summer. And Mitchener opts to kick it into touch. And the students will have a line out 10 metres out with an opportunity to extend their lead. 20 points to 17 they lead at the moment. In what's been thoroughly entertaining and a very close game. I don't think many people would have tipped it to be this close based on where both respective teams were on the ladder. As Will Clift takes the ball from the line out and they set up the maul. Looks like Josovic at the back, the hooker, has got it. And they've managed to break it away, and diving over is Saliva. And the hooker Josovic has been penalised for not releasing there. So prime opportunity there wasted by the students. Saliva with a very important breakdown penalty generated there. Captain Samisi having a few words to the referee here. Obviously not happy with that call. Not sure it's going to change his mind though. And Feimanu Valmu in that very distinctive red headgear. Well, it looked like it was going to clear touch by about 5 or 6 metres, and the wind almost blew it back into the field of play there. Change here for the students. James Carmichael is on for Nonna on the left wing as the throw goes a little bit too far. Saliva with the pickup at the back of the line out. Paila comes around the corner to Taivai, crashing it up. And the referee has penalised Endeavour Hills right in front of the sticks for an incorrect clean out, not staying square. Interesting decision here, Captain Samisi, whether he'll take the 3. 22 metres out, dead in front. Well, perhaps a little bit more, 24, 25. And he's gone for the scrum instead of taking the 3 on offer. Probably not the worst decision. We're 1 from about 6 today with kicks at goal. and you wouldn't even back yourself from 10 metres out in front as it stands with this wind. So scrum opportunity, beautiful opportunity for the backs here if they can get their hands on the ball for Melbourne Uni. They've got a 4-2 split. The two quickest guys in the team, Keel and Morris, are on the right. Although I said that, and last time they came to the left through Stowers. So your guess is as good as mine, ladies and gentlemen. McRae feeds it. He goes right. Takes it to the line. Loose pass there, but they've come away with it, and a beautiful steal, I fancy, from Endeavour Hills. So not paying enough respect to the breakdown there with the outside backs for the students. They slow it down. Paila throws it to Feimanu in the backfield, and the red-headed fullback ducks, dives, dances his way to the 22. And Paila doesn't look like he's shaping to kick. Slight fumble there. And, yeah, well, rather than the safety-first approach of kicking it, they tried to run it out of their 22, and it's come back to bite them in the bum here in Endeavour Hills. 20 points to 17. The score is in favour of Melbourne Uni in our Dewar Shield live feed match of the round. The students coming off a win against Footscray last week, looking to make it 2 on the trot. Endeavour Hills, well, they're looking for their first win of the season. And at this point, in any match they've played this year, they haven't been in a better position to claim victory. Down by 3 points as we come to the final quarter of the game. Stowers, short ball to Samisi. Captain Samisi breaks into the backfield, shows and goes. Will he do it all himself? He's brought a metre down from the line. A few slow Hills players trying to get onside. Surely they're offside there. The referee's got his arm extended. He might be tempted to go to the pocket here. That was very cynical. They had all the momentum there and very slow to get back on side were the tight 5 of Endeavour Hills. They go for the quick tap and go. McRae looks left, finds Stowers, short ball to Clift. Clift, he can see the crossbar, that's how close he is. Dewar with the unconventional clean out. Stowers show and go. Stowers steps in. Quick ball here for McRae. He goes left. Mitchener finds Keel. Freddie Keel tackled about 2 metres out. McRae looking for a forward runner. Very cynical play there. And I fancy the Endeavour Hills number 16 legger might find himself in the bin. Deliberate knockdown, and he's been shown the cheese by the referee. So back to 15 on 14. And last time Endeavour Hills were down a man, they conceded a try 30 seconds after the man left the field. And Uni are in a perfect position to repeat that. McRae chatting to Toy, the big number 5. Perhaps they've got a little set place here. Mickey DeVita jumping the gun there. McRae shows and goes down the short side, and Alex Odell. Well, the referee's consulting with the touch judge. Trick play there, as both packs come together for a little bit of argy-bargy. Just waiting for confirmation that it's been awarded. It looks good from down here though. Yep, they've awarded the try. So the students through Alex Odell have jumped out to 25 points, whilst Endeavour Hills remain on 17. And a very cheeky little tap play from the halfback McRae going down the short side, finding the big number 6. And I believe that's his first try off his entire life, Alex Odell. One of the students' reserves is telling me here. I don't know if that's true, but either way, he's off the nudie run at the end of the season, that's for sure. A try's been awarded. We've got the new man out there, James Carmichael, who's going to assume the kicking duties in favour of Mitchener, the fullback. Carmichael has nailed it. There you go. It can be done. Well, he'll be pressing his claims for a start in first grade next week. Kicks it from the sideline in atrocious conditions. And that takes the score to 27-17.
So you're wearing it?
Feimanu Valmu with the kickoff goes very high and short. And they've retained possession here through Taivai. Paila, Feimanu, and they're going to go back for the previous knock-on by Melbourne Uni. As a substitute comes on for Uni here, it's number 20. Second row comes on, and it looks like Toy comes off. Who's your 20? Who's your 20 guy went on? Who's the guy went on? Sullivan. William Sullivan, it looks like. So William Sullivan, the boy from Ballarat, has come onto the field for Toy. It looks like Sully's gone to the side of the scrum, so I fancy there might be a few more changes, reshuffling off the deck in that forward pack. Endeavour Hills now charging onto it with the ball 22 metres out from the Uni's try line. Beautiful ball from Tarsi. Tarsi finds Saliva on the short line. Done a very good job of slowing it down here though of Uni. And they've got to be careful here that they don't turn it over in Endeavour Hills. Paili marshalling his troops left and right. He goes left to Austin Farmasili, who throws out the back to Feamu. And there's been a turnover, a knock-on. Well, the referee's going to call it a penalty instead. And ill discipline from the students in their quarter has cost them 2 or 3 tries today. So an opportunity here to perhaps turn to their scrum. 27-17, the students lead. They've kicked it to the corner instead. A full 8-man line out here. Summer Malolo goes straight to the back to Wilkinson, and they've collapsed it almost straight away. Tarsi off the back with the quick pick and go. They're just going to tuck this up the jumper here. Another pick and go here, looks like by Saliva. Saliva gets him to within 1 metre of the line. They can see the chalk. Summer Malolo with a pick and go to the left, and I think it's been awarded. And Summer Malolo gets his second try of the game and brings Endeavour Hills right back into this contest. Well, the set piece has really been a strength of theirs today. It's the second try off the back of a rolling maul for Endeavour Hills. They might not have the speed of Melbourne Uni or the passing game of Melbourne Uni, but Taivai, Saliva, Tarsi up front, even Wilkinson, who's come in late to start today in place of Avali, has done a fantastic job in that forward pack. And the rolling maul once again has proven to be the Achilles heel of the students. So, with not much longer to go, 27-22, kick to come. The students clinging to the lead here on Ladies' Day. Feimanu Vamu with an opportunity to get them within 3. Holds up in the win, unsuccessful. So by my count, 27-22 the students are leading by. Do you know how much longer we've got?
About 12 minutes.
With about 12 minutes to play. So, can Hills rise for their first win of the season? Alex Odell offside from the kickoff. I don't think the assistant referees picked him up on it though. Summer Malolo, the try scorer, takes the kick and goes for a run. Pailla throws it out the back. They opt to kick long rather than play it out of their half. Mitchener finds Shawnee Morris, the speedster. And Shawnee Morris breaks 1, 2 tackles, hit hard by Farmasili. McRae's got numbers on the short side. McRae, if he can find his man, and there's Mickey Tavita. McRae looks left, Stowers. Cut out to big Will Clift. Will Clift tucks it under that right wing of his. Advances the ball to the 22. McRae goes left. Stowers, the show and go. McRae, quick ball. They go back to the right. Sean Ingle trucks it up inside the 22. There's a man down in back play for Endeavour Hills, so they've got 2 men out of the defensive line. Still 1 man in the bin as well. Oh, here goes Leota. And Leota. Wow. Didn't he just stroll through that Red Sea? The big man is licking his lips. It's been a case today of whenever Endeavour Hills have scored, Melbourne Uni have been able to respond almost immediately. And on this occasion, Leota the prop went straight through Endeavour Hills, the defensive line parting like the Red Sea. Kick from in front from the new man Carmichael. He nailed one from the sideline, so you'd fully expect him to kick this one. He goes in. No problems adding the extras. 34 points to 22. The students on Ladies' Day lead Endeavour Hills. Well, there's quite a big crowd in the clubhouse. They're all got their noses pressed to the window looking out onto the fields. Not enough brave people to come outside in these very cold conditions. Nine minutes left to play in the game. Oh, Mickey Tavita, the new man, with an error. And yet again, Melbourne Uni unable to exit from a restart, inviting Endeavour Hills back into the game. 34-22. We said it pre-game, I don't think many people would have tipped Endeavour Hills to be in the contest this far into the game. Winless all year. 3 changes made to the starting lineup just today. A few other players from second grade who have been forced to play 2 full games, so they've done it tough here today. Endeavour Hills been showing a lot of fight, a lot of character, and they can hold their heads very high regardless of what the result is. Paila goes out the back, long ball from Feimanu, which hits the turf, and the Endeavour Hills backs are herded back into their own half of the field. Napo trucks it up to halfway. Pailla opts to go to the left, finds Saliva, who looks for that magical flick pass out the back. And it's all getting a little bit loose now here for Endeavour Hills, as a knock-on is called on the far touchline by Taivai, the prop.
If you don't count this one, it's the next one.
The next one.
And now that they've got that 12-point buffer, Uni, the reserves are all standing up, keen to get out on the field, be a part of a victory here, you sense, with the minutes ticking down before full time. Big Silbury, the second rower, has got the dressing gown off, so he looks like he might be the next man to come on for Uni, possibly in the second row for Will Clift. McRae finds his fly half Stowers. Stowers with the cut ball, beautiful line by Keel, but Tom Brady has thrown a forward pass there, and it looked a bit too good to be true, didn't it? Ref calls it up, and the reserves are on their feet. Sefo and Silbury will be coming on for the students. Silbury coming on for Alex Odell, who scored that earlier try, and the fullback Mitchener, who's had a pretty decent game, very good kicking game in general play, it has to be said, makes way for Sefo, who will go straight to fullback. Alex, can we just confirm that was your first try in your life?
No.
Yep. Alex Odell confirms first try ever today. Cops a bit of a ribbing from the Melbourne Uni bench. Scrum here, midfield. Paella feeds. He goes right. Crashing it up in midfield here. Not long now to go in the game. Austin Farmasili finds the ball, goes the long cut out to the left to Taivai. And Taivai is forced into the error. And we're starting to see a few more errors creep into the game as a few of these players get a little bit tired. Let's keep in mind that a lot of these Endeavour Hills players are actually playing their second full game of the day here today. Decimated through injury this week, a few illnesses as well. I know there's a bit of a flu going through that forward pack, and the coach told us before the game that there were 3 players who could have easily taken today off as well, but owing to the situation they found themselves in, they've played through the pain and done a marvellous job as well. 34-22, they find themselves down when many people were tipping that this could have been a bit of a blowout game for the Hills men. McRae feeds the scrum. Dirty ball at the back for Stowers. Second man play to Shawnee Morris. Keel finds the new man Sefo, who puts it away to Carmichael. Carmichael with the show and go, and trickles over the line right in front of the commentary team. And the Melbourne Uni pack is in no rush to get to this line out, as they hope to see the clock wind down. They go quick. Endeavour Hills, Summer Malolo down the short side. Catching even the referee off guard there. Got to tip your hat to them though. Still showing a little bit of enterprise despite being down on the scoreboard.
Drillers, straight throw.
So they've called a short line out with just the 4 forwards in it. Summer Malolo goes to Captain Tarsi, but it's an overthrow. And Sean Ingle from Uni picks it up at the back of the line out. Stowers looks in, finds Clift. Clift hit hard by Saliva. They go right. Stowers, long flat pass to Keel.
Nice, Billy.
Keel gets tackled right by that right-hand sideline, and there's a bit of a fight going on in back play, which is distracting the referee, who's not sure whether to keep an eye on the game or the fight. And I think they're just trying to retain body warmth. That's why they're coming together. Just a few hugs. Nothing too serious. And it's ended just as quickly as it started. So the referee's going, he's pulled out Captain Tarsi just for a bit of a chat, just to calm things down a little bit. You going to his pocket here? He's called out Big Dewar from Melbourne Uni for a bit of a word. They've already had 2 men sent to the sin bin today, have Endeavour Hills. And he's blown his whistle as he goes to the assistant referees for a consultation. And we just hope that this doesn't result in anyone else having to be sent off here. Until now, the game's been played in pretty good spirits, it has to be said. I didn't quite catch what went on there or what started all of that ruckus, but only a couple of minutes left to play anyway, so you'd like to think that both teams can finish with 15 here.
No, Billy was the first one that started. And then number two went crazy.
So the score is 34-22. Try scorers today for Melbourne Uni have been the prop Leota. In fact, both props have scored, Dewar and Leota, Toy, Odell, Morris and Mitchener. And for Endeavour Hills, Summer Malolo's got a double, as has Austin Farmasili. Both kickers seem to have forgotten their kicking boots because there hasn't been too many conversions that have been successful. And it looks like Saliva
oh my God,
is being sent off here for Endeavour Hills.
Hey, language.
I know, it should have been a red. I know.
enjoy the drive back, mate. Enjoy the drive.
2 players. Another one's been sent off. Is this tie-by?
Oh, mate, they're not here. It's all right. They're not here.
Oh, come on, bro.
Well, we're still no clearer to finding out what started all of this.
You fucking kicked me. Tell your husband to get off. Tell your husband to come here.
And Tarsi is having words with the referee, asking for a little bit of clarification.
Come here. You want to go? All talk shit. You want to go? She's all talk shit. Anyone? Anyone? Relax. Now, don't relax.
As the benches start having a few words to each other.
Come here, bro.
Apologies if you can pick up any of that language.
Boys, what are you doing?
Stay there. Stay there.
You don't want it. You don't want it.
And the referees come to the sideline here to talk to the Endeavour Hills coaching staff to explain, I think, what's behind these sin binnings. There's a bit of tension on the benches here. There can only be a couple of minutes left anyway in the game, and we wouldn't want this to ruin what's otherwise been a very entertaining game of footy. And as I say that, Greg Samisi from Uni's been called out by the referee now, so it's his turn to talk to the referee.
Not one yellow card for you.
And the assistant referee is back again for another chat. And full time's called in a very bizarre end to a game. But University have come away with the victory, 34 points to 22 to rack up 2 wins on the trot, and Endeavour Hills came very close to recording their first win of the season. Try scorers Leota, Dewar, Toy, Odell, Morris and Mitchener for Melbourne Uni. And for Endeavour Hills, 2 tries each to Summer Malolo and Austin Farmasili. And that's full time here on Ladies' Day out at Uni. Melbourne Uni coming away with the victory, 34 points to 22 in our Dewar Shield match of the round. Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, and we hope to see you, or at least have you guys tune in next week on the Rugby Victoria Facebook page for the match of the round. Thank you and goodbye.
Go Hills, come on, finish off. Hi, Noah.
Not for me.